Okay, today I'm going to unbox and put together this tool that would be handy for every scrapper, recycler. This piece right here may give it away. Got the main box, got the directions. Not sure what tools I'm going to need to do this just yet, but we'll find out here shortly. Everything's packaged real nice. What we have is a Pneumatic Can Crusher. I've had one of those that you mount on a post and you got the lever and you crunch. I think I need to move this camera over just a hair to get a little bit better centered. Got Oreo in the background. He's after chasing his tail a minute ago. A few more fittings, a little Allen wrench, so may not need any tools, it might all be right here. And this should be the disc that goes in here that crushes our cans. Okay. Pretty good directions. Not sure if the mic is picking it up, but I got my little Husky Air Compressor, got a 1-gallon tank on it. I'm going to try to see how this thing works on that when I get ready to fire it up. But I do have a much bigger compressor. Okay, anyway. It says to install the valve to the frame, but hopefully we have enough hose. If not, I may have to pull this off and okay, it's showing 3 longer. It's a smaller lock washer, but I don't really see lock washers, I just see regular washers. The screws go through quite a ways, kind of surprising. I got probably close to ½ inch left. Just have to see if they're going to be in the way of operation. If they are, I'll get in there and cut the excess length off. Got my pliers to hold the nut while I tighten this up. Yeah, I think I've got my big can cage is what I call it, and people have always asked why I don't crush the cans, and it's really because it's so time consuming. So with something like this, it'll take a lot of the time consumption out of it, make it pretty quick. Yeah, I'm going to slide a lot of this stuff forward. Now we should use, looks like they give you an extra screw, extra washer. This is probably going to be the hardest part of this, get my big hands, fat fingers up in there, because that's not a very wide open space. The top two won't be so bad. Well, I'm not going to tighten this up, I'm just going to kind of draw it in, cut halfway snug it, but not too bad. Problem is you tighten them down now, the other holes may not be lined up. So these are working with black screws in a black box. I'm going to try this little trick here. So I got the plunger right there in the way, so that makes it even harder to get my hands up in there. Well, it could be why they have it open in the back too. They do have it open in the back, so that's actually the easiest way to get in there. Let's go from the back side. I was going to get my T-Allen set out, but really that would have been a mistake, because these are nice and short where you can get in there and get in from the back side. If I would have had my T-Allen, it would have stuck way out and it would not have worked at all. Now imagine as you're using this, every now and then you look at your screws and bolts, make sure they're staying tight, or as you're putting it together, you know, if you have to get some Loctite, put a drop of Loctite on the threads, and then this thing will stay together really well. Wasn't a lot of room to get a good turn there, so. Okay, that's tight. I need to find out what size nut that is. Okay, it's bigger than that. Bigger than 3/4. Oops. Okay, that's a 15/16. And this we only have to thread it till it's flush. And it looks like it's going to be ahead of the screws. The screws are here and the plate is here right now. Of course it'll be in. Okay, I'm flush right there. And we'll bring the flush here. Now we're bringing the nut up to it. So now we have that much done. Now it's showing the short one from the bottom coming up to this one. The way you work these, you just push in on it, push your hose in. Now this one, I'm going to try to cut it right here. That makes that pretty straight, because I'm going to need a little piece for here. And I thought of another way to do this too. If you could unscrew this piece here, which I would take this off, then I'd put a little 1/4-inch elbow on there. Of course you may have to pull these off too to get it to screw on. And then just put your nipple on. Okay, what I was going to do, get my little vise, put it up here, put this in the vise, heat this up and push it on, and then we could push it right into there. If I got looking, I got extra parts here. So I thought of a different way to do this. It was nice of them to send us extra pieces. Probably wouldn't hurt to buy some of this. I think it's 8mm. I'm not 100% sure on that. So we won't have to use this piece at all. But I'm thinking we'll just thread the nipple right onto here. And that's still 9/16 to hold that little one. And these have already got basically Teflon tape or whatever already on them. So now we should be able to just slide that in there like so. Slide that one in there. So a guy could possibly put your fitting right in here, but it'd be pretty tight with your getting your quick connect in there. Before we get going, I wanted to mention this is from the folks there at Beam Nova, or Beam Nova, B-E-A-M-N-O-V-A. They have a big Amazon store, and they also have beamnova.com. And I was asked to mention talk about their coupons. saving coupons. I guess they, somewhere on their site, I don't know, maybe a checkout. I looked around the Vnova.com and did not see anything about discount coupons. So they may be there at checkout. So if you go to their website looking for it, you may have to, you know, email them or whatnot about price saving coupons. Tell them Okie Scrapper sent you. We'll see how this thing does. I've got probably a small truckload full of cans to crush, so this will come in handy. Had to hook up to my 27-gallon compressor. Just give it a push. It works pretty good. A lot better than one of them little hand crank ones, I tell you. Them little hand crank ones will wear you out, and then they wear out. Being a pneumatic cylinder, this thing should last probably years. Guess it depends on how much you crush. One thing, it says this is not to be operated by kids. They could easily get their hand caught in there. One thing, you have to give this a little twist. It's like a, when I was working in conveyor maintenance, they had e-stop. You push it in like that, and the e-stop would stay on until you twisted it. Now this thing is also designed where it'll not only hold the 12-ounce cans, but the longer ones, 16-ounce I guess they are, that will fit in there. But as you can see, in the back plate, we still have almost 3 fingers of width between the plunger and the can. Hey, if you need a can crusher or get tired of can crushing, especially if you get a lot of cans, they take up a lot of room if you don't crush them. Never hurts to smash it twice. I think I got to crush quite a few in an hour's time. That one didn't want to fall out, I just put one in. When it got crushed, it pushed the other one out. You can see how good it works. But yeah, you're going to need something a little bigger than that little 1-gallon compressor. I would say a 6 or 7-gallon compressor would probably keep up real easy. But it doesn't take a whole lot just to fill that up to push it. You know, but it takes a little bit, but not an amazing amount. Well, my bucket's empty. And I got about half a bucket of crushed cans, plus the one on the floor. So hey, you know, I think it's Nice little tool. I've seen videos where on YouTube where people have made these, but I didn't know they were available commercially. Now, a lot of you guys probably already knew that. You've probably seen them out there. But I don't remember what the price on this was. I bet $80 or $90, something like that. I'll put it on my Amazon affiliate page, and there'll be a link in the description below this video if you're interested in purchasing one. Or you can go to beamnova.com, beamnova.com, and like I say, you can email them and ask them about discount coupons or whatever. And like I say, tell them Okie Scrapper sent you, and see what they can do, see what they can fix you up with. Of course, if you click on the affiliate link and go to Amazon and buy something within 24 hours, and I get a little bit of advertising revenue. But if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. But main thing is, if you guys need one of these and you can get a discount on it, go for it. It's pretty, looks like it's a well-made piece of equipment. It would be nice if they threw another little piece of hose in there for this, but it was nice they threw in the extra fittings, because it made it easy to hook the air up. I think even like my plasma cutter, it just came with the hoses, and then you had to put a fitting on the end of the hose with hose clamps. So they do that on different things. For one reason, I think they do that is because not all these fittings are standard. There's 2 or 3, even here in the U.S. there's 2 or 3 different ones. So they would have to almost put one of each one in there to make sure you had the right one, and then that's going to drive the cost of the product up. So for them to keep the cost down, they don't put that in there, and that way you can, you're going to purchase ones that go with your system. So that could be why they're doing that. I know what size fits my system, so I always keep a few extras on hand too. So that's could be why. And they made these long enough. I could have probably trimmed some off of this one, but I didn't want to get this bend too tight to where it pinched. So that's why I just kept this one full length. And like I say, I think this is 8mm tubing, so you can always buy more of that on Amazon. Or another thing you can do is pull this little adapter out here before you mount this on, and like I say, you probably pull these 2 filters off. Put your Teflon on there, put in a 1/4 inch T, and then once you get your T in there, then you can put your fitting right on the end of your T where it's sticking out this way, or you can tee it back, either way. But that way it's out there easy, and then when you bolt it all on, it's good to go. So gives you a couple options. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and I know I'm glad to see these available. I'm sure a lot of people will probably be glad to have something better than that manual hand crusher, But as I say, if you load it with the hand you're smashing it down with, you shouldn't get your fingers caught. And make sure you don't have your hand down like this when you're hitting the button. So use it wisely, carefully, and everything should be fine. Like I said, they do have 2 holes right here, so you could mount it down to a workbench if you wanted to. Just have it overhanging, which that would work out really good, with a good overhang. So thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.